media tomorrow, just Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I'm taking a 3-day hiatus. I do this from time to time. I go in and I got to purge. I got to decompress. I got to reconnect. You know what I mean? I got to get regrounded. You know what I mean? Rerouted. Reconnected. It's what I call a fast. And so I'll just be doing a social media fast. So, man, don't try booking nothing with me for Friday, Saturday, or Sunday because it ain't happening. I won't be on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. You know what I mean? So I won't be commenting on anything you say or any of that stuff. You know what I mean? I won't be here. You know what I mean? I'm unplugging from the matrix for the next 3 days. So I wanted to come on and do this video today because I didn't want to shortchange you guys at all. I normally do these lives on Friday, but again, I'm not going to be on social media at all for the next 3 days. You know, you could tell by the title, what do you see? And I woke up early this morning, family, and then I was just thinking about that a lot because, man, it was just heavy on my heart, heavy on my mind after meditating. What do you see? When you look at me, what do you see? You know what I mean? And man, I know so many of you is like, man, I see this bald-headed black man. I see whoopty whoop. You know what I mean? Man, but family, we have to go deeper than that. We have to go deeper than that. You know what I mean? I don't make these videos as a red-tailed hawk. Every time I see or hear a red-tailed hawk, it's like my mom reaching out to me. And it's crazy because as I was walking out here, I was praying and I was like, man, let me hear the birds sing. Let me hear the birds communicating with me. And I haven't heard the red-tailed hawk in a couple of days. And so just to see them and to be able to hear them was on point. I don't make these videos to be seen. You know what I mean? That's not what it's about for me. You know what I mean? Man, family, I don't care what you look at right here. It's not even about that. Man, I want you to see my heart. I want you to see the passion that I have. I want you to see my energy. You know what I mean? I want you to see God in me. You know, and I'm going somewhere. Stay with me. I'm just laying the foundation. I'm laying the foundation. So many of us, we get so caught up on our appearances. We get so caught up on what we're looking for and what type of person we're interested in, the type of person we're attracted to. Man, they got to be 6 feet forward. They got to be 240 pounds, all muscled up and tattooed up and all. We got all these stupid expectations and wish lists, you know what I mean? And it's like, we got to get better than that. We got to get deeper than that. We have to get deeper than that, family. It's like, man. What do you see? What do you see? When you look at your kids, what do you see? I know you see your little snotty-nosed kid. I know you see your little snotty-nosed daughter, your snotty-nosed son, and some of you women that can't stand your ex-husband, can't stand your baby daddy. When you look at your sons, I know you see his stanky ass. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm talking about. That's issues. That's your issues. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm talking about. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. We have to learn to start recognizing things for what they really are. There's a movie that, and I know you guys know about the movie Men in Black. And there's a scene where the alien, the human being body opens up, and there's this little alien creature inside of it. And the alien creature is the one doing all the talking. And it's just controlling the human body, through mechanisms, the little machine inside. That's what our soul does for our physical body. Stay with me. Our soul, when God created man, he breathed a breath of life into man. He breathed his spirit. He blew his spirit into man. God took part of him and put it into mankind. So every single one of us have God within us. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. And that's our soul. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. And so your soul doesn't have a color. Your soul doesn't have an ethnicity. Your soul doesn't have a nationality. Your soul doesn't have a political affiliation. Your soul don't have a religious affiliation. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. This is who we are. And I'm not talking about my physical being. I'm talking about my soul. When you look at me, man, my hope and prayer, when you look at other people, my hope and prayer is that you begin to look at their soul. Stop looking at the physical being. Look at their soul, look at their heart. Find the God within them. See, because once we do that, man, we'll stop being so judgmental. Once we do that, we'll stop being so self-righteous. Once we do that, we'll stop being so arrogant and narcissistic, and we'll stop dogging the hell out of people. See, it's easy to dog the hell out of somebody when you don't see no value in them. When they don't mean nothing to you. It's easy to take somebody's life when you just see them as a piece of meat. And the trip is, and I'm saying this, family, because, what's up, Donald? Family, men and women, we look at each other a lot and we see each other as, man, gosh, she look good. Man, what I could do with that, you know? And women look at men, it's like, man, dude, you fucking fine, man, you sexy as hell, and man, what I want to do with you. And we look at each other and we see each other as these sexual beings. And I'm not against sex, I enjoy sex. But that's not what that person is all about. Can you make a spiritual connection with them? I got a piece of amethyst in my hand. I always have crystals with me. But can you make a spiritual connection with them? Can you bond with them on a deeper level other than it being physical? Can you bond with them on a deeper level other than it being political, other than it being some religious dogma? Years ago, I was talking to this young lady. Beautiful young lady, beautiful young lady, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I was going through this little phase, and I was a single parent at the time, and I was going through this little thing. I wasn't gonna have sex, right? And the most I ever did at that time was 3 months, right? And that was a big deal for me. That was a big deal for me. Stay with me. And so I was like maybe 2 months in, right? And I told this young lady, I said, man, you know what? And she looked good too, you know what I mean? And I was like, man, I'm not having sex, you know? She stopped talking to me. We was talking all the time, planning our hookup, planning when we was gonna first go on our date, right? Getting everything lined up. And I told her I wasn't gonna have sex with her. Man, she ghosted me. What's up, peace, love, wholeness at their network out on you? Yeah, what's up? She ghosted me, you know? Man, and this is like in the 90s. She was like, psh, cut off all communication. And I was so hurt, I was so offended. It's like, what the hell is this? And then God had to bring back to my remembrance, Elijah. You remember all the women, all the girls that you tried to holler at? You remember all the girls you tried to get at and they told you they weren't interested in having sex? What did you do? You thought they were lying. You thought they was on some bullshit. You thought they were gay. Because who would refuse to have sex with you? All you saw them as was a piece of meat. All you saw them as another conquest. Somebody you could have some fun with. What's the dynamic, D? All you saw them as was somebody you could have fun with. Now the roles are reversed. Now the karma is coming back in. Now you've grown up some. Now you've matured some. Now you got some insight. Now you're on a deeper level. And so you're gonna have all these women coming on and looking at you and seeing you and checking you out and thinking, man, what I could do with that? All that meat just going to waste. And I'm bringing that up because, man, now that I'm on social media, it's happening a lot more now. And now I'm able to laugh at it, but at the same time, it hurts. What I mean, it hurt. Man, it does something to me. And what I mean by that, man, family, we're deeper than that. We're more than that. We're more than that. We have to stop looking at people as what you could get out of them. That's all ego stuff. That's all physical stuff. That's all superficial crap. There are some bonds that are greater than a physical bond. Spiritual bonds. You know what I mean? There's a spiritual bond that you could connect with somebody. And you hear me saying the phrase namaste. You know, the God in me sees, acknowledges, recognizes, and cherishes the God within you. It's just saying that I see you for who you really are. I see the physical you too, but I see deeper than that. I see the God in you. I don't care about the stuff you're going through. I don't care about the depression state you're in. I don't care about the suicidal state you're in. I don't care about the funk and all this other stuff. I still see the God in you. You could be racist and hate black people. No, I still see the God in you. We have to grow up. We have to grow up spiritually. We have to grow up emotionally. We have to stop looking at people as, man, how much money do they got? Man, and we have this thing in our mind of success, and success is defined by how much worth you have, how much financial status. What's your financial status? What's your address? What's your zip code? What type of credit cards do you have? What are the limits on your credit cards? What's up, mister? We have to grow up. We have to grow up. The greatest expression of success is not how much money you got. It's not any of this superficial crap. The greatest expression of your success is in the love that you manifest, in the love that you express, regardless of your circumstances. You grew up and be in a financially successful family, very wealthy family. You ain't did shit but be born into that family. Just because you were born in that family don't make you a fucking success. But in our mind, poor people mind, we had this kind, oh, everybody that's rich is successful. No, a lot of these motherfuckers just inherited shit. Didn't do shit, ain't did shit. Just inherited some shit. You could grow up very poor in a broken, abused household, a violent household, and be loving, be compassionate, be giving, and manifest and express God in everything you do. Regardless of the hell you're going through, regardless of what your circumstances look like, can you still let your light shine? Can you still manifest love? Can you still manifest and express God in the darkest of nights, in the craziest of times? Can you see God? Can people see God in your life? Once they get past all your looks and your crystals and your earrings and your tattoos and your goatee and your bald head and whatever color hair you got, once they get past all of that, can they see God in you? Once they get past all of that, can they see the love in you? What do you see? What do you see? What do you hear? See, I didn't come here to be some preacher talking about the Bible. That's not my mission. My mission is to help people see God in them. My mission is to help people recognize and understand who they are. Not what society has deemed them as, not what their family has told them they were, but to help them understand who they are in spite of all the hell they've gone through. My job is to help them recognize, what's up, Kimmy? The love within them. Recognize that they are love. See, so many of us, we go through such chaotic things and crazy times that, man, we forget who we are. We stop thinking that we're lovable. We stop thinking that we're valuable. We stop thinking that we have some self-worth. We stop thinking that, man, we're a fresh breath there. Why? Because our circumstances, our family, our broken relationships have made us feel like we wasn't shit. And because we felt like we wasn't shit, and because we believed the hype, now we walk around feeling like we ain't shit. And when we look at ourselves in the mirror, we see somebody that ain't shit. And see, when you see somebody that ain't shit, it's easy to put a bunch of poison in your body. It's easy to sit back and throw back beers and alcohol and smoke blunts and all this other stupid shit. It's easy to pop pills, whether they're prescribed or not. It's easy to do all that shit, poisoning your body. Why? Because you don't recognize who you are. You don't see yourself as being lovable. You don't see yourself as being a child of God. You don't see yourself as valuable. And so it's easy for you to dismiss yourself. It's easy for you to let yourself get overweight. It's easy for you to not eat and be underweight. It's easy for you to listen to that crap-ass music. That's all about destroying communities with dope, sex, and all this other crazy shit. It's easy to listen to that crap when you don't see yourself as being worthy of anything better. It's easy to watch shows that degrade and minimize and portray certain groups of people a certain toxic ass way. What do you see? What do you see when you see yourself? What do you see when you see your fellow man? When you see your sisters? When you see the people on the streets? See, it's easy for us to become religious and dogmatic, and when we see each other that believe what each other believe, what's up, Eileen? It's easy for us to embrace each other. It's easy for me to call you sister. It's easy for me to call you brother. But then when I look at somebody that don't have my religious beliefs, when I look at somebody that don't have my political beliefs, I see you as the damn enemy now. I don't see God in you. I don't see love in you because you're my enemy. You don't believe what I believe. You don't have the religious dogma that I have. So you can't be my brother. You can't be a child of God. You can't have love in you. We got to grow up and get rid of that bullshit thinking. Going back to who you are, what do you see? We're souls. We're spirits. Spirits, again, don't have nationalities. Spirits, again, don't have ethnicities. Spirits, again, don't have religion. Spirits don't have politics. I get so sick and tired of hearing people talk about they woke, they enlightened, they star seeds, and they're whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, they all this, they're the chosen ones and all this stupid bullshit, but they're pushing a fucking agenda. Oh, the 144,000 are black people. Where are the real Israelites? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Grow the fuck up. It's a trip. What do you see? We're so down fucked up and toxic that when you see a picture of a white Jesus, blue eyes, hazel eyes, green eyes, whatever the fuck color you want to give it to him. When you see a Jesus that looked like that, and no disrespect to who Jesus was, you know, but when you see a picture, I'm just showing you, I'm just painting a narrative. When you see a picture of Jesus and it looked like that, there's some of us, we embrace that picture. We love that picture. We cherish that picture. And then some of us, we see a Jesus that looked like that and like, ooh, that sting, that just hit me wrong. That just don't look right. There's something wrong with that picture. And so when you see a picture with Jesus with wool hair, Jesus with dark skin, brown skin, so some of those people that when they saw that white Jesus, it didn't sit right with them, they see a Jesus look like this, they're like, okay, I could get with that. That's what, you know, the Bible said that Jesus had skin of bronze and hair of wool. And so they quote all these scriptures trying to define what Jesus looked like. And so now that Jesus looks good to them. That's okay, they embrace that. And you have these other people Now they're offended. Now they're triggered. Or what difference does it make what color Jesus is? And why do you have to change the color of his skin? Hold on, wait, time out, time out, time out. When he was Caucasian looking, it was okay for you. Stay with me. I'm not about racist stuff. I'm just painting a narrative. What do you see? And so I'm showing you how fucked up our thinking process is. I'm showing you how fucking racist we are. I'm showing you how fucking prejudiced we are. I'm showing you how fucking ignorant we are. And so when you see a white Jesus, black people get offended at that. Oh no, some black people, because some black people love that, you know what I mean? But some black people on that uppity shit, oh no, Jesus, how could Jesus be that white and have hair like that and eyes like that in the heart of Africa, in Egypt, and nobody lived in Arab that color. I've been down that whole path, you know what I mean? I used to teach that stuff, all right? I ain't on that crap no more. But I'm just saying, some black people believe that. Some Caucasians, some white people believe that Jesus was white. That's what we see. That's what we recognize. We want to see Jesus as we see ourselves. We want to see our Savior as we see ourselves. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. I'm just laying the groundwork right now. So we want to recognize Jesus, our Savior, as somebody that looked like me, as somebody that got hair like me, as somebody that got eyes like me, as somebody that got the skin color that I got. I don't want to see Jesus looking any other color, because I can't identify with that. Shows you how fucked up your thought process is. Shows you how fucked up your eyesight is. Shows you how fucked up your eyesight is. And what am I talking about? We're spirits. We're spirits. Every single one of us, we're a spirit. The fucking skin color don't mean shit. It don't mean fucking shit. It's just a fucking vehicle for your spirit to dwell in. Grow the fuck up. It ain't about being black. It ain't about pro-Black Lives Matters. None of that bullshit. It ain't about white America. It ain't about none of that shit. Grow the fuck up. We're spiritual beings. Spiritual beings. That's who we are at our core. Your racist, ignorant thought process, your arrogance, your narcissism, and all this other bullshit, that's only there because of your fucking ego. So what do you see? That's the war going on within us. That's the battle going on within every human being. Their fucking ego versus their spirit. Their ego versus their soul. Their soul, their spirit is the same thing, all right? And so there's this spiritual battle going on. There's this emotional battle going on all the time within every single one of us. The great majority of us is just too ignorant to understand it. The great majority of us are slaves to our fucking ego and don't even know it. Our ego is pimping the hell out of the great majority of us, and we're too ignorant to even understand it. What do you see? What do you see when you see somebody else? Do you have the ability to see their energy? Do you have the ability to see the love within them? Do you have the ability to see the God within them? I'm looking at all the hawks and the ducks flying around. Do you have the ability to see that? Do you have the ability to understand that we're all in some fucking war internally? Every single one of us. We're all battling something. You might be battling depression. You might be battling the fact that your daddy didn't want shit to do with you, or your ex-husband didn't want shit to do with you, or your baby mama don't want shit to do with you, or whatever the case may be. You might be battling something else. We all have a battle. And every one of our battles revolve around one thing. The ego trying to control your life. and your spirit, your soul saying, man, look at me. Hey, 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 this is who you really are. Hey, 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 this is what you're really about. Hey, 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 pay attention, pay attention. So you hear me talking about meditating a lot. You hear me talking about going within a lot. Why? Because that's where your spirit's at. Why? Because that's where God is at. We have to grow up and stop being so fucking superficial. Why do you see what you see? Why do you embrace what you embrace? Why is it that when a white man becomes president of a company or a country, certain groups of people, they embrace that? Other groups of people, man, fuck, here we go again. When a black man becomes president of a company, become president of a country, you got groups of people, man, fuck, here we go. It's time to get some fucking guns. Oh, fuck, the country's going to hell now. Why do we do stupid shit like that? Because we're fucking ignorant. We're ignorant and we don't realize how fucking ignorant we are. Because we got some real issues going on. We got a whole lot of issues going on. We don't want to talk about those issues. We want to mask those and talk about how successful we are because we got this title, because we got this money, because we live in such an address and whoop and all this other stupid shit as though that validates who I am. All that money don't validate your spiritual being. All that money ain't got shit to do with your soul. All those fucking titles and accolades ain't got shit to do with your soul. Your physical being, this shell, this house, it's gonna pass away. It's dirt, it's mud, it's clay. It's gonna go back into the ground and decompose, all of it. The only thing that's gonna last forever is your soul. Your soul never dies. Your soul lives on forever, for eternity. Because that's who you are. That's who you've always been. When you see me, my hope and prayer is that you see God in me. I don't want you to see no fucking religion, because I'm not religious at all. I'm not religious. And I don't apologize for not being religious. If that offends you, then that's your issue. You got to deal with that. You have to understand why that offends you so much. Why does it bother you that I refuse to be Christian? Why does it bother you that I refuse to be Muslim? Why does it bother you that I refuse to be Buddhist, Taoist, whatever the case may be? Why are you offended by that? And again, I know all the Christians gonna come on and, man, Jesus is the only way. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Okay, well, all the people in the Old Testament going to hell then? Because ain't none of them had Jesus. And they did greater things than any Christian walking today. Ain't one Christian on this planet that's done the miracles that Moses did. Ain't one Christian on this planet walking today that's done what Elijah in the Old Testament has done. Ain't one Christian on this planet today perfect like Enoch was, and Enoch didn't have no Bible. Enoch didn't have no preacher. Enoch did not have the Holy Ghost. Enoch did not talk to Jesus. And yet the Bible says he was the only person that was perfect. We have to grow the fuck up. I don't dismiss the Bible. I dismiss the arrogant, narcissistic, manipulative ways in which people use the Bible to control other people. Religion has become a slave, a master of slaves. And what do I mean by that? It's become so dogmatic. Politics, all these things have become so dogmatic. What's up, Loretta? All these things have become so dogmatic that they separate us. They divide us. Just think about that for a second. We all have the breath of God within us. Every single one of us. and that breath looks the same. Our soul looks the same. But we allow religion, ethnicity, politics, and all this other stupid sexual identification and all this other stupid superficial shit to divide us. We allow these stupid games to be played on us, to keep us at war with each other. What's up, Daywalker? We have to grow up. And it trips me out when I see all these, and I don't even really say I'm spiritual, because man, that's a fucking religion now. All these ignorant ass, quote unquote, spiritual people talking all this bullshit about, man, you gotta do it like this, you gotta do it like this, you have to meditate this way, and you have to, man, I ain't got time for that bullshit. You shouldn't have time for that bullshit. The Bible says that God is love. God is love. Who am I? I'm love. What am I about? I'm about love. I'm about sharing and giving and manifesting and expressing love. I'm about expressing, manifesting, and giving God. We have to grow up. Stop putting yourself in a box. And all these things, all these titles, all these groups, all they do is put you in a box and make you choose sides. And your fucking ego is playing a game on you the whole time, having you thinking that you're better than other people who ain't in this group, having you think you're better than these other people because they're not part of this affiliation like you are. They don't talk the way you talk. They don't have the lingo you have. That's all fucking ego trips. For those of you that's done drugs, alcohol or whatever, shrooms, whatever the case may be, we could pretty much talk about trips that we've gone on. Just gone, you know what I mean? Just somewhere else. And a great majority of us. And we understand that we went on this trip because we did these shrooms, because whatever, you know, acid, whatever we did, you know, put us on a trip. We understand that. But the great majority of us don't understand that our ego puts us on a trip. Our ego sends us on one. Our ego puts us on one. And there's no trip more damaging than the ego trip. There's no trip more devastating than the ego trip. There's no trip more manipulative, more controlling than the ego trip. And we don't even understand and recognize that we're being pimped. We don't even recognize and understand we're being played. What do you see? What do you see? There's nothing wrong with seeing people for who they are. And when I say that, people for who they are, understand that we all have God in us. Every single one of us have God in us. Every one of us. Every single one of us have love within us. Every single one of us. But a lot of us can't recognize that. A lot of us can't see that because of our issues. So we see all these gangbangers, we see all these dope men, we see these crooked politicians and all this other stuff, and we see what they're doing. And that's all we see them as though they didn't have a soul, as though they didn't have love within them, as though they didn't have God within them. And I'm not saying that God is making them do all that stupid shit. Just like I'm not saying that God made you go out there and chase that skank that you was with last night, or God made you go out there and do that hit there, or that lick that you did the other day. God don't make any of us do anything. So that's not what I'm saying. What's up, Linda? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, man, he's there. Most of us just ignore him, just like we ignore our soul. Because most of us, we're a product of our ego. We live, talk, breathe, and spew the dogma our fucking ego tell us to. Because we're slaves to our ego. And we don't even know it. Somebody could be trying to help you, and you refuse to help because in your fucked up, twisted mind, you think they're putting you down. In your fucked up, twisted mind, you think they're insulting you. You think that they think they're better than you. Ego. Ego. What's up? I can't even pronounce that. What's up? We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Man, family. Again, I just want to have this heart-to-heart with you guys. You know what I mean? Man. We have to start seeing the God within each other. You know what I mean? We have to start seeing the God. Parents, you got to start seeing the God within your kids. You know what I mean? I know they get on your damn nerves sometimes. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I know they get on your nerves sometimes. I know you want to slap the dog shit out of them sometimes, but there's still God in them. I know they remind you of your wife or your husband, your ex, whatever the case may be, but there's still God in them. Just like you, they got a fucking ego that's playing games with them too. Just like you, they got twisted thoughts too. Understand what you're dealing with. Understand it's their twisted thoughts that is making them act the way they do. Just like it's your twisted thoughts that have you doing the stupid shit that you do. We're all the same. We may do different things, but we're all the same at the end of the day. We're all the same. And we have to stop letting all this stupid stuff divide us. We have to stop letting all this stupid stuff come in and make us look at people as less than. And demonizing people that have some stuff and putting people down that don't have stuff. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. What do you see? What do you see? When you see a stranger on the streets, when you see a homeless person on the streets, what do you see? When you see a hooker walking down the street, what do you see? When you see a young lady showing all her goodies on a video, what do you see? When you see a dude walking down the street with his pants hanging halfway down his ass, what do you see? When you drive up next to that car and that music is so fucking loud it has your fucking shit shaking, what do you see? When you see somebody spun the fuck out on dope and all their teeth are missing, what do you see? When you see somebody that look good as fuck and it's like, whoo, you get that urge and that sensation going through your body, what do you see? What do you see? What's in control? When you see all these different people, and the first thought comes to your head, I want you to stop and start thinking, damn, is that from my ego or is that from my soul? See, if it's from your ego, it's gonna make you look at them as less than. If it's from your ego, it's gonna make you look at them in a disparaging way. If it's from your ego, it's gonna make you look at them like, man, this motherfucker ain't shit. This motherfucker, da, 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 da. It's gonna make you do some stupid shit like that. It's gonna make you think some stupid ways. That's all ego. If it makes you look at them as like, ooh, God, man, I wanna do something with that. You know what I mean? That's ego. I want you to start understanding that when these thoughts pop in your head and you start looking at people and you start formulating opinions, I want you to understand where those opinions are coming from, where those thoughts are coming from. Because if it's coming from God, if it's coming from your soul, if it's coming from love, the only thing you're going to have to say about that individual is something kind. Something kind. The only thoughts you're going to entertain about those individuals, if you're listening to your soul, if you're listening to God, is something beautiful. Something beautiful. So many of us, we get all twisted up, you know what I mean? And we don't understand what's going on. We don't understand the battle for our mind. We don't understand the battle within us, the battle for our being. And see, here's the trick. If your ego has control of your mind, it has control over your entire body, has control over your entire life. That's why you get on social media and all these commercials and all these fucking advertisements and all this other shit. Why? Because it's trying to get to your mind. It's trying to plant seeds in your mind. It's trying to get you to think a certain way. You got to be strong enough spiritually to understand and in tune with your spirit to understand the game that's been played on you. You got to understand that you're always at war. You're always at war. You got all this crap coming from the outside. And you got all your stupid shit that you're thinking in your head. And all the pain and suffering you've gone through. And then you have your spirit. The presence of God. Love. Saying no, love. I know you want to hate right now, but love. I know you want to slap the dog shit out of him right now, but love. I know you want to blast that hoe and put her on Front Street and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop and put all her shit out there, but love. See, the ego will tell you to do that shit. The ego, man, blast her ass, put all her shit out on Front Street, put her shit up on social media, make a video of this hoe, and put it all over it everywhere. That's ego. That's ego. God, love, your spirit is saying no, 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 no. Love. Love. Why would you do that to that person and you know they're struggling? Because the truth be told, you wouldn't want anybody to do that to you when you were struggling. You wouldn't want anybody to do that to your kid that's struggling. So why would you do that to somebody else's kid? Why would you blast their shit all over the front page? Why would you put all their business out there for everybody to laugh at them? When you got shit, you don't want anybody putting out on Front Street. When you got shit, man, you keep close to your chest. You hope and pray nobody ever find out. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. We have to stop looking at people as the color of their skin. We have to stop looking at people as whatever fucking affiliation they have, whether it's Democrat, Republican, conservative, all that other bullshit. We have to stop looking at people for their affiliation and religion. Because the truth be told, there are some Christians that are good-hearted people, good-natured people, loving and compassionate and giving. And then there's some that, motherfucker, I can't trust the shit you say. Motherfucker, get the fuck on. No. Leave before I slap the shit out you. You know what I mean? There's people like that in every group, in every belief system, in every ethnicity. So we can't put everybody in a box. But what we can do is say that everybody has love in them. And the trip is, well, gangbangers don't have love in them. They have love for their fellow homies. They have love for the hood. Just because they ain't got love for your raggedy ass don't mean that they ain't got love. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. What do you see when you see yourself? Do you see yourself as some beautiful, sexy, attractive individual that should be lusted after? Do you dress a certain way to have your stuff showing so that, you don't want the attention, but you want the attention? Guys do the same shit. What do you see when you see yourself in the mirror? What's up, Big Sky? I ain't talked to you in a while. What do you see when you see yourself in the mirror? I'm working on that, Linda. I'm working on that. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. We have to understand that we all have struggles because we're all in a battle. Every single one of us, we're in a battle. And that battle is between your heart, love, God, your spirit, and your ego. That's the only battle that you're in. That's the only battle that you're in. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care if you're depressed. I don't care if you're suicidal. I don't care if you've been raped. I don't care if you've been molested. I don't care if your baby daddy beaten. The only battle that you're going through is the battle between your mind and who you really are. That's it. Every single battle, every single struggle, every single obstacle that you're going through can go right back to that. How do you deal with that? Again, family, for those of you that just getting on, man, I'm not gonna be on social media at all this week. I normally don't make live videos on Thursdays. I'm doing it today because I'm not gonna be on social media at all tomorrow. Friday is tomorrow. Saturday or Sunday. I'm taking a 3-day hiatus. I'm gonna fast. I'm gonna purge. I'm going to just some me time. You know what I mean? Some me time. Me time is the acronym for meditation and exercise to me. You know what I mean? Man, just spend some time in nature. It's supposed to be like 70 degrees all weekend, and I'm just gonna unplug from social media. So I won't be commenting on anything after today. I won't be posting anything after today until Monday morning. And Monday I'll be back on. I'll do a live Monday morning or Monday afternoon. Until then, family, man, I love you guys. I love you guys. And I hope and pray that, man, you guys take what I'm saying and don't just look at people as, man, sexual objects or whatever the case may be, however we look at people, you know what I mean? But look at people as, man, that's somebody I want to work with. You know, that's somebody that's spreading love. How can I help them spread love? Man, what can we do? How can we collaborate? You know what I mean? We have to grow up. You know what I mean? It's just, that's all it is. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Happy healing. Peace.